Hello everyone, I am giving you a full expedition guide in this video. We'll be explaining briefly exactly what it is, and we'll then be going over all of the stages and giving you the best places to farm the stuff you need to get ready for the expedition, which is happening in December. So what is the expedition? Let's start with that and go through this as quickly as possible, because I'm sure many of you watching this know what it is. However, the expedition is something that you unlock with your raider once you reach a certain level. I think it's 20. Trials was level 15 if I remember, and when you reach level 20 it's projects. I could be wrong with that, but just from memory I think it was 20. Once it's unlocked, you can start working towards the project. If we click on about expeditions, it explains here exactly what the expedition is. Basically, you're wiping your character and you're starting again, and it tells you what's going to be reset and what you're going to keep. So once you complete the expedition, if you go through with this, you will lose stash upgrade progress, inventory items, blueprints, coins, player level, skill points, raider den, workshop, and quests. All that will have to be started again on your new sort of playthrough. What you got to keep though is the unlocked maps, unlocked workshop stations, codex entries, raider tokens, cred, raider deck progress, active leaderboards, trials, cosmetics, personal event progress, bonus skill points earned from expeditions, and bonus stash slots earned from expeditions. That's kind of the point in this, is that you will be getting some rewards and buffs to your next character, which means more skill points. I believe it's up to 5 new skill points depending on how much you invest in the expedition, and along with some more stash space. So it's definitely worth doing once. And how expeditions work, it's kind of on an expedition calendar. You've got 60 days to gather resources and complete the caravan build. Once the build and load stages are finished, there's a 7-day window which opens up for your raider to depart, passing their earned rewards onto the next raider. Missing an expedition departure window though will mean losing its buffs until the next cycle, so plan your contributions and availability ahead of time. Basically, if you invest in this project and you don't go through the expedition at the end in that 7-day window, you're going to lose everything that you've invested into it and get none of those rewards and buffs. So let's get into it, because this is something, like I said, that's well worth doing at least once, because you want to get those rewards and buffs for your next character. As time goes and we have more expeditions, these might change. So if you're watching this in the future, it might be different requirements now, but the principle of this will stay the same. But remember, you don't keep on getting buffs every single time you do this. If you do a second expedition, you will lose your buffs and then kind of get them back. So it might be worth only ever doing one of these expeditions to get the maximum buffs, which you'll then have forever. If you don't do an expedition again, you'll just be doing future expeditions, I imagine, just because you want things to do again. Maybe, I don't know. But we're going to start with Foundation 1. We're going to build the base structure and frame of the caravan. For stage 1, we need 150 metal parts, 200 rubber parts, 80 arc alloy, and 15 steel springs. Now, these are all very common resources. You'll find these on your travels, no doubt, and if you don't, they can even be purchased from traders. As Celeste, you can see here that you can get your metal parts. You can also scroll down and buy springs. And then up at the top as well is the rubber parts as well. Yes, this costs assorted seeds, but if you really need to buy some, you can here. I'm sure you're going to have no problems in getting these resources though. Arc alloy cannot be purchased. You are going to need to find this, but basically any arc you destroy, if you loot it, you're going to find this, and anything arc that you dismantle. So let's go and find something up above that I have that is arc, like maybe these arc motion cores. If I click on recycle on them, I'm going to recycle them into what we need. So these are going to be very easy to get a hold of. Now, you don't need to save all these up in one go. You can click on any of these and just donate what you want as you go, so you're not wasting any stash space, and that works throughout all of this. But I haven't even started this yet, so what we're going to do is commit the resource and fill out each one of these. We're going to give it some metal parts, we're going to give it some rubber parts, we're going to give it our arc alloy, and we're going to give it our steel springs. Now with that, we have completed stage 1 of the expedition, and we now move on to stage 2 of the expedition. Our caravan is coming along nicely. So what do we need for stage 2? We need 35 durable cloth, 30 wires, 30 electrical components, and 5 cooling fans. Now, the durable cloth is something that is craftable. So if we go do that, because I'm short on this, I need another 22 durable cloth. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to craft that, but it is craftable. If we go to our workshop and if we go to our refiner, we can create durable cloth here out of fabric. So there we go. We are going to be able to make it. Now, you might want to level this up to level 3 first. I'm not sure what level durable cloth is unlocked, but out of the fabric I've got, I can go and make 22 of these if I want to. It's going to use up all my fabric if I do that, though, but I think that's worth doing. We're going to do that. We're going to craft the 22 that we need. Durable cloth is quite a common resource found looting anywhere. You're going to come across this in medical areas, commercial areas, so it's something you can find anyway. I'm not going to be showing you any locations for this, though, because of how common it is. This is just something that you will pick up, and you've got the ability to craft it as well. It isn't something that you can buy from a vendor, though, so it's not going to be that easy. Either craft it out of fabric or find it on your travels. But with the durable cloth done, we can go back to our expedition project, and we're able to donate those 35 and commit the resource. That is now ticked off. Next is wires. Again, this is something I'm not going to show you. You can find wires in electrical and technological areas. You'll come across loads of wires when you're playing. You need 30 in total. Also, by dismantling certain items, they're going to make wires as well. So have a look at your stash, see what you don't need, dismantle or recycle stuff into wires also. It's going to be very easy to get. I'm going to donate those 30 resources right away. Electrical components as well. This is something again that can be found on the field. It's not going to be too hard to find electrical components, but again, if we want to go to our workshop and go to the refiner, depending on your level, again, if you got this max level, not sure what level you unlock the ability to craft these, but you can craft electrical components just from plastic parts and rubber parts. So two very common resources there. You could just craft these if you need to. So, as we have 30 ready to go, we're going to commit that resource as well. Now, this is something I'm going to show you where to farm for the first item, because this might be one that doesn't come around naturally. It's 5 cooling fans that you need to get, and you can find them in technological areas. So I'm not going to show you a great way to get these. I get plenty of them and I always just sell them because I thought there was no use for them. However, we do need it for the expedition and we got to go and get 5. So let's go and do that now. The number 1 spot I am going to advise to do this is spaceport. If we inspect the map, you're going to want to make your way to the launch towers, and I quite often find multiple of them in the launch towers. You can go in on a free loadout if you want, or take in a safe pocket, so if you do find them, you can put them in your safe pocket to ensure that you get out. It doesn't have to be here, though. This is a technological area that can be found in any of these technological areas, and also outside of them as well. They can't just pop up anywhere, but this area is hot for these fans. So you can see I'm coming up to the launch towers now. They're hard to miss, right? These can be a hot area, though, so do be careful of other raiders. See, one just died nearby. But what you're looking to do is to go into this area here. The door is open, so someone's potentially already here. And as long as it's not the launch tower event, you can use this zip line right away and go all the way to the top. And this is where you want to be looting, at the top of these for the cooling fans. Fingers crossed somebody's not here waiting for me. And here we go. A cooling fan is just sat here on the side. Like I said, they'll be just pretty much on the tops. This has been looted again. Someone has left this one. That's 1 out of 5 already for me, so I would put it in my safe pocket. Highly recommend putting it in your safe pocket, but I just found the Stella Monte security checkpoint key, which I really need. So hopefully we get out with this. But as you can see, they do spawn here. Look on the tops. It can also spawn in things that you can search here as well. You're going to find a lot of things that you need for the other steps as well. It's a great area, this one, to find all sorts of stuff. So keep on searching here until you get the 5 cooling fans. It took me 3 or 4 visits to get the 5 cooling fans. When I was there and nobody had looted it, there was at least 2 there each time, which was great. So not too difficult from that location. Just remember, though, that they can't be found in any of those technological areas. So find another area. If you're finding that area too rough or something, it can spawn in other areas. So just find the launch towers to be the best place. So we're going to commit that resource now, and that is going to finish off stage 2 of our expedition. We now move on to stage 3. And you can see our caravan is advancing as we go again. So for stage 3, we've got to find some more resources. And it's meant to get harder as it goes. You can see our first epic item here, Exodus modules, is needed. And on top of that, we need 20 sensors, we need 30 batteries, and we need 5 light bulbs. So let's start with the easy ones. Batteries and sensors. You'd have noticed if you did do the launch towers on Spaceport that you're also finding a lot of these as well. So if you are short on these for whatever reason, you can use the same spawn at the launch tower on Spaceport just to get the sensors and batteries. But also, these are purchasable from Celeste. You can buy 5 sensors per day, along with 10 batteries per day. I'm not sure what level you need to be in order to unlock these, but once you're the right level, you can buy them daily if you are short. In all fairness, though, these are very common items. You can find them in any technological area, electrical area, or security areas as well for the sensors. We now have enough of those. I just bought my remaining ones from Celeste, so I'm going to commit all of these resources to get the batteries done and the sensors done. So with those 2 easy ones out the way, we're going to move on to Exodus modules next, because this is another easy one. You'll find these in high loot reward areas. They're quite rare drops. So if you find one, throw it in your safe pocket. I'm not going to show you any areas for this, though, because if you go to the vendor, again, if we go to Celeste, you can buy one of these every 24 hours for 55 seeds. So if you're struggling to get this, just save the seeds and purchase it from Celeste. So with that being easy, we're just going to go and commit that resource. And all we have left is light bulbs for stage 3. This can be quite difficult. Light bulbs can be found in electrical areas, and they are a trinket. So trinkets are quite rare drops. It means you might be looking for a while to get 5 of them. Now, recently, I've been picking up loads of these, not knowing they were needed for this. So it's a little bit annoying. I'm going to show you a good location now where you can farm these. Again, make sure you go with safe pockets so you can put these in your safe pocket when you find them. And we're going to be heading to Dam Battlegrounds. If we inspect the map from here, where you want to head to is this electrical substation here. It's an electrical area, and you have a high chance of getting light bulbs at this location. Again, they can be found anywhere pretty much, especially electrical areas. But I highly recommend searching here. So here we are at the substation. You can see my position on the map, literally spawned right next to it, which was very nice. And I found one right away inside this car. So if you search this car, you got a good chance of finding a light bulb. We've also got a player on us. Quickly nab this, put it in our safe pocket in case we die. And then we're going to heal up and deal with that player and carry on searching. There isn't a lot to search in this area. You've got that car, which has a good chance of dropping it. There's some kind of like standard loot just dotted about. But you have this building here at the end of the electrical substation as well. That's also worth searching. This has already been looted on this run, though. So might not find one. But once you've looted the car and you've looted this building, pretty much all there is. So if you don't find one, I would just extract and try again. Now that car that I just showed you seems to be a guaranteed light bulb every single time. So make sure you make your way to that car and get it any means possible, even if you need to kill another raider searching it. It'll spawn every time at the time of recording this. I've now got 5 light bulbs. We've got everything else. This is the last one for Framework 3. And once we commit this resource, it'll send us in to the next stage. So we're now on 4. And again, we've got an advancement to our caravan. This time, we need to find 5 humidifiers. We need 5 advanced electrical components. We need 3 magnetic accelerators and 3 leaper pulse units. I'm going to start off with the easy ones, which are advanced electrical components and the magnetic accelerator. Both of these are craftable. You'll also find them quite often as well. The advanced electrical components can be found anywhere in electrical areas. They'll also be anywhere, to be honest with you. Pick these up on your travels, but again, I'll show you where you can craft them in a moment. And magnetic accelerators, they can drop off of Ark. They can also just be found randomly in more higher value loot areas. You will come across a lot of these, but again, these are craftable. So if we go over to our workshop and go to the refiner, once you've got this max level, not sure what level you need for the advanced electrical components. I think it's the level 3 bench you need for the magnetic accelerator though. You can craft these here. These will cost you wires and electrical components to craft for the advanced electrical components, and then the magnetic accelerator will require advanced mechanical components and arc motion cores. The arc motion cores will drop frequently off of some arc enemies. You'll find these quite a lot. And the advanced mechanical components, well, you can craft these here as well with steel springs and mechanical components. So these two should be easy enough to find. Once you have them, just come and commit your resources, which I am doing now. Now, finally, the last two, we need humidifiers, 5 of them, and we need Leaper Pulse units. So we're going to start with the humidifiers. You're going to find these in residential areas. However, there's a guaranteed spawn I'm going to show you. I'll quickly show you some residential areas if you're just playing and you happen to be about. If you go to damn battlegrounds, residential areas are all up here, like in the north side. Ruby Residence, you'll probably find a few in there. There's Pale Apartments as well. Ruby Residence is a very good search location. There's 3 buildings there. Search every single one. If you don't come out with a humidifier, then you're very unlucky. But there is a guaranteed spawn over on Buried City that I'm going to show you. Where you want to head is Old Town, and if we zoom in, you want to head to the Red Tower. I'll show you exactly now where you can find these. There's normally 1 or 2 there guaranteed. The location you want to get to is here. This is a nice and easy location to get to the room you need to find a humidifier. As you can see, my location here. Sounds like there's a player here. That's where I am on the map. Hopefully they're friendly, and we can just climb up and go over to the room we need. I'm friendly. Just climb over the rooftops and around the corner. We'll drop down into here, and you'll find a humidifier every single time inside of one of these lockers. It may have already been taken though. Oh no, there it is. Happy days. Throw that in our safe pocket. And there might be more in here as well. Sometimes you'll find one just sitting about somewhere. So it's worth looking around. There's downstairs as well. Sometimes there's one on this table here you can find too. There's also the security breach as well, which is worth doing. And there's a few other rooms around this area. So it is a residential area. It's worth looking around, snooping around for some more. But you're guaranteed at least one when you do come here. So keep on farming this area to get your 5 humidifiers if you are struggling to find them anywhere else. So once you have 5 humidifiers, you can come back here and commit the resources. And we've just got 1 more to go for part 4 now, which is Leaper Pulse units. Now, to get 3 of these, there is a rare chance that you can just loot them inside of a Ark. Is it called an Arc probe? I'll show you what I mean in a moment. They seem to have all sorts in there. On the rare occasion, it'll drop any epic item off any of the arcs. However, the best way to go about this is to kill a Leaper. If you kill a Leaper, you're guaranteed a Leaper Pulse unit. Put it in your safe pocket and get it out. I'm not sure if you can get 2 of these off 1 Leaper or not. We'll find out now. Might be that you got to kill 3 of them. But I've got a great farming location for Leapers that I'm going to show you. Now with this, it's up to you how you want to go about it. With this farming location, you could kill it with a kettle if you have enough ammo. You can use an anvil. An anvil would be a good shout, but if you're in a position like I am, where you can get lots of launcher ammo and you have some hull crackers, then take in your hull cracker And what we're going to do is use that instead, because the Leaper's going to die very easily with a hole cracker. I'm going to take in that and just one stack of the launcher ammo. And I'll just get some more meds as well. And there we go. We're ready to go and kill a Leaper. Now, the farming location I like to use, these obviously spawn on every single map. You can find them anywhere, right? However, Dam Battlegrounds has a great location, and if we inspect the map, it is at the water treatment control extraction. 9 times out of 10, I find a Leaper here, and there's a great position you can put yourself in and you're pretty much protected from it, and you can kill it very easily. Your biggest threat is going to be drones like Wasps and Hornets and other players. Okay, so at the extraction now, we can hear the Leaper, and if we bring up the map, you can see I'm just at the water treatment control right next to the extraction. Now we want to get a good position for this. We can hear it. We don't want it to see us just yet. We've got our hole cracker ready, and there he is over there. Now the location we want is these containers over here, because there's a small enough gap to hide in. I think any of these gaps is fine. The gaps over on those ones are a bit too big, but these gaps are small enough where we can't hurt you. So we are going to go get his attention now by shooting him. Now he's going to launch himself at us, so we want to be quick. Probably should have had some more stamina. But here now we can just kill him. So you shoot him in the leg. His eyeball's good as well. If you see his eyeball, just shoot him in his eyeball. And he'll die quite quickly. He'll try and attack us and stomp on us and stuff like that. But we're very safe here. Very safe. He's smoking already. Someone just called in that extraction. He's actually attacking that person. I don't know where they've gone, but they've took the aggro off of me. Now he's on fire. Couple more shots and he's gonna be done. A little bit annoying that he's took the aggro off of us. But there we go. He is done. It's easy as that. If the aggro stays on you, it's easy. Now let's go and loot him and see how many we get off of him. A player probably kill us at this point. Make sure you do have a safe pocket so you can throw it in. Another wasp. Just take care of that. So we got one so far. It might be all you get off it, but there's a few searchable parts. So I don't know if there's like a chance that more will drop off the other parts or not. I can see another drone coming in. Okay, he's over there. Search every part that you can. Pick up what you want. We're after 3 Leaper parts, so that's what we're mainly looking for. If you don't get more than one off of it, you just got to come and do the same thing again. Again, with this strategy, you don't necessarily need to have a hole cracker. It'll take longer with other items. Like the anvil's a good one, though. It won't take too long with the anvil. But the hole cracker just makes such light work of him. And that position that I've shown you in between the containers, he can't attack you. Your biggest threat right now is drones. And sometimes there's not many here. Sometimes there'll be loads, like on this occasion. He's pretty much looted. And the best thing is, we're right next to the extraction. So we're going to use that extraction to get out. And we're going to go again. And that is the best way to farm. For me, anyway, it's the best way to farm those Leaper reactors that you want. Now, the things I was telling you about, like the arc probes, you can search, you can find anything in, are these here. These are well worth searching all of the time, because when you breach these, like I said, there's a chance of finding anything. Imagine now if I found one of these Leaper units. But yeah, search these also, because I got a Hornet driver there. I've had epic items out of these as well. I've had Rocketeer, yeah, epic Rocketeer parts. I think I've had Leaper ones before now. There's just random loot in there. They've got a chance of giving you something that you want as well. So it's well worth checking those in between killing your Leapers. And just to confirm, you can get more than one off of one leaper. I've just picked up 3 of the next one that I killed. So potentially you can get this done in 1 leaper kill. And with 3 of those in the stash, we are now able to complete stage 4. So we'll commit those resources, and that's going to move us on to stage 5. This is actually the final stage of building the caravan. You can see the advancement again on the right side there as well. But why this is the final stage? Because stage 6 is the final stage where you've got 1 week to decide whether you do want to go on the expedition or not. So remember about those rewards and buffs. By completing an expedition, it's going to give your new raider lasting advantages until the next expedition departs. These include increased XP game, extra scrappy materials, increased weapon repairs, more stash space. You can also earn bonus skill points based on the value of the items in your stash upon departure. So if you want those bonuses, you are going to need to finish the load stage, which is load stage 5. You got to donate combat items, survival items, provisions, and materials. So if I was, let's give you an example of each one now. So combat items, we got to donate enough that equates to 250,000 currencies. If we select items, it'll take us to our inventory. It'll show us the items that count towards this, and you can farm them. You can donate what you want. So let's donate some of these sniper rifles that we've got. We can select that. We've got another sniper rifle. We've got a renegade there. We have a venator. We've got some anvils if we wanted to. And it gives you a total of how much it's worth so far. So that's 17,000. I've also got some epic items here. I could donate the Bettina if I want to, which is going to be some better value. I've got another Bettina there. I got the whole crackers, which we're going to keep, to be honest with you. But you're just going to be looting items, and you're going to be donating these resources to bring up the cash. So if I donate them now, I can confirm, and that is going to put them in the caravan and give me 53,000. I got to reach 250,000 before that week departure window, or the end of that rather. Survival items, if we have a look at that, this is things like shields, healables, and your augments. You're going to want to donate those there. So I'm going to quickly donate these 3 shields. I'll confirm. That's 4,000 in there. It's 6,000 in the end. And you got to get to 100,000 on that one. Provisions, if we have a look at that, this is going to be like keys and some things like that. We've got blueprints that count for that. We've got seeds. We've got some trinkets as well. So you're going to need to donate provisions for this one. I'm just going to be using these raider hatch keys for now. Let's donate them. That's going to be 10,000 just for those ones that we've got there. So you can also buy these from traders if you want to, or whatever. Once I got to 180,000 of provisions, we're good. And then materials. If we select materials, this is going to give you a list of what materials we need to donate. Again, you're going to have some high value ones. This will probably be one of the easier ones to do. 300,000 in total is needed, but pretty much every material you have is going to count towards that one. So yeah, you need to fill this out. Now, I'm not going to do this now in this video because this is very straightforward. You've got to fill them out before the window opens for departure. That is going to be window 6. Now, the way I read this, it's hard to say without doing this one time before, but this is a thing you've got to do. If you don't complete this stage, you won't be able to go into stage 6 when the window opens. When that week window opens, as long as the previous 5 stages are completed, you'll have a week to decide whether you want to do the expedition. If you do, your character will go, and you'll be rewarded based on the value of your current stash. So you want to stack your stash. Nobody knows what value that needs to be. That's basically what it says. And remember, when you get to this window, and if you do the expedition, you will lose all of this. You're going to lose your stash upgrade progress, your inventory items, your blueprints, your coins, your player level, skill points, raider den, workshop, and quests. What will be kept is your maps, unlocked workshop stations, codex entries, raider tokens, cred, raider deck progress, active leaderboards, trials, cosmetics, personal event progress, and bonus skill points earned from expeditions, and bonus stash slots earned from expeditions. So this is where I'm also a little bit confused, and I can't wait to see how this works, because the way it makes it sound is every time this comes around, if you don't do it, you'll lose your bonus skill points that you've gained and your stash slots that you've gained as part of the rewards. But then if you reset on the next expedition, that will be kept. So it makes me think that potentially once you've done one reset and you've got your awards and buffs, you don't need to reset again. You'll keep them. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. The way it's worded there sounds like when the next expedition comes around, you'll have to do it again to keep all of these increases. Well, you might keep your skill points potentially in your stash space, but you'll lose those XP gains and whatnot and the scrappy materials. I'm not sure about that. Again, it's the first expedition that we've had. That's how it works. I hope the video has been helpful. And I guess we'll see how it works next time round. I imagine next time there'll be different requirements for filling out this caravan. But we'll see. It might be the same again. Who knows? But I'll definitely cover it again next time. And once I've done this once, I'll be more aware of how this ends and how it affects your next character or whatnot. But if you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to post them down below in the video comments. Like the video as well to support it. I'd appreciate that. Subscribe for more content. I also have an Arc Raiders playlist linked in the video description if you want to go and watch some more right away. But thank you for watching this one. And until next time, take care.